Good morning. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning, Jason. Good morning.
Hello. Oh, it's a joyous Tuesday today.
It is indeed. And everybody who's joining us right now knows that we are live because we have our groggy morning voices on.
That's right. Welcome to Try
Wow.
New Cigarettes.
You know, just the vocal exercises that I do every Tuesday morning to prep for this call are not enough. I apologize to anybody who has to have a call with me prior to noon because apparently I just have the froggiest voice in the morning.
Same, I do too. I feel like we should do the Anchorman warm-ups where it's just yipping really loud. Uh, that's great.
Wow.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you
Last
so
week's
much.
show was great. And that was really cool extension that we covered with Steven and his product. And you've got something for us today. So I'm ready to hear what you got. There's
Yes,
lots of news out there.
super excited to be back from Orlando, which I am going back to in just a few short days. So I lament the fact that 20 years ago I didn't buy a condo in Orlando because I feel like I go to that airport more than I go to my own, which is wild.
It's an easy destination to get to for lots
It's
of
an
companies.
easy destination, but please, everyone, comment down below if you agree it has the worst TSA pre-check in the
Oh,
United States of America.
yeah, it's pretty bad. And the connections are bad too. Like they'll make you get out of security and then back through. I had an issue with my son years ago. He was traveling by himself and he was like, I think I have to leave. And I was like, I'm not going to make my connection. And I'm like, we'll get you through
Right.
that. But
Yikes. And I know everybody. Clear is better at Orlando. But one time I got sent to this beautiful new Terminal C, which is the secret best thing in the Orlando airport. So
okay, good to
at
know.
any rate, while I was in the air last week, you had a wonderful show. And in between that time, something incredible and amazing came out that we absolutely have to talk about today, Jason, and it is Deepseek.
Ah, yes, Deepseek R1. Big news just yesterday, right? So they make this announcement, they make this launch. It's insane. Geez, there's so many headlines. Obviously, the world economy, Nvidia stocks down, everybody takes a hit.
Right.
And that's all resource driven, right? They announced, I believe it was 5.6 billion they were able to launch this product in comparison to the potentially trillions of dollars that these behemoths have been. I mean, even just yesterday also Meta announced that they're infusing like 60 plus billion in, right? And then you've got DeepSeek over here in their little corner, or now soon to be huge corner. We can do it for 5.6 million. So you don't need all of this. So it kind of stirring up a lot of speculation on these really insane valuations, even from OpenAI, saying that they're going to have to, pump in hundreds of millions of dollars into these types of things. When is it really necessary? Well, we can probably find out today.
We are going to find out today. I was just reading all the news, and the first thing I saw was Mark Benioff tweeting that DeepSeek has now taken over everything else. That's all he's seeing. And as soon as I read that, it was boom, 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 boom. Everything that I could have delivered to me said DeepSeek, DeepSeek, DeepSeek. So I just knew we could not hop on here today without talking about DeepSeek, Jason. So that is what I would like to show to you. Do you feel ready for that?
I feel it. I'm ready. It was exactly what I was going to be doing today at some point anyways, after hearing the news yesterday. As you know, I'm running, all of them. I've been playing with Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, a lot of other platforms that are doing software like Replit, and just going to add it to the suite of programs to try out here. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what we got here.
Fantastic. Well, I decided to be extremely meta. And right before we hopped on today, while I was doing my voice exercises, I went to DeepSeek. I run a live show on LinkedIn called Try New Tech. And how can I get my co-host and audience excited about DeepSeek? I let it know that we, did an unboxing. And so I didn't even have to do much research today, Jason, because DeepSeek did it for me. Now, the first thing I will tell you that I noticed that I really like is it's got this cozy UI that we're familiar with. It feels just like Gemini or ChatGPT. So transition very easy when we're thinking about user adoption. So DeepSeek is letting us know that it's got cutting edge AI technology. So far, I'm not impressed with DeepSeek's ability to market itself because that doesn't feel very different from anything else we use.
Right.
DeepSeek, and I think this is where DeepSeek gets really, really great, is its versatility because it is able to be trained on very deep domains without having to be wide. So it only accesses what it needs. And I don't think this is great marketing, Jason. You're a marketing person. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, they're being almost kind of self-fulfilling its own kind of prophecy here, right? It's saying like, we're going to get straight to the point. We're just going to give you the nitty gritty here and get to it without being kind of fluffy and repetitive, which, you know, we could go probably on a tangent on that with the AI slop. And then now, you know, the degradation of content and quality and these LLMs, which can be a extreme issue as we move forward. I think there's predictions that by, you know, 2029 or something, that almost all of the internet will be generated by AI content in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Where we run into the big problem then is that if we have these LLMs that are using that content, the quality just degrades over time and over time. I was looking at a really interesting chart about that yesterday, where if you run these through themselves and train the models on themselves over and over again, the responses get worse and worse and worse and shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right.
About the
Makes sense. That feels like parenting a toddler, you know? At first you explain
like, I'm going to tell you why. And then it's just like, because I said no. That's exactly right. Right. Yeah. It was like the one example was like, you know, who's Barack Obama? And it was like, he's the, you know, the so-and-so president of the United States and known for this and known for that. By the fifth or sixth generation of that training loop, essentially, it just said Obama. Like it just said Obama. I'm like, wow. So yes, you know, so brevity here, I guess, obviously can be good and bad.
I think so too. You know, so you'll see it, and I did ask it to give a call to action at the end for our audience,
Yes.
knowing that we're both always focused around marketing and sales. And I wasn't really excited about, you know, the facts that it gave me, although it did get me a little bit more prepped to speak to you this morning. And so I said, great, but I need a compelling demo as we unbox the new tech each week to show off a capability. What's a great prompt I can use? So I asked it to tell me how to prompt itself. So let me tell you, I'm about to do that. So we're going to do that together. Deepseek, and I don't know why it asked me to address it by its formal name.
very, very respectful. I like it.
It is. I do like this adorable logo, though. I'm hosting a live LinkedIn show called Try New Tech, and I want to impress my co-host and audience with your capabilities. Help me create a 5-minute segment that demonstrates how you can solve a real-world problem in a creative and engaging way, analyze a complex topic, generate a creative analogy, suggest 3 actionable ideas. So we're going to do that piece right here together.
This is cool. Pretty quick.
Now, I didn't tell it that I was interested in healthcare and the life sciences, but obviously DeepSeek feels that this is one of its strengths because it's analyze the future of AI in healthcare. Yeah. It came up with a creative analogy. AI in healthcare is like a GPS for your health. 3 actionable ideas to leverage AI in your business or career. So it does feel like it's running a little amok, but it stays on this healthcare idea, which I really like. And you can see it created our show for us today. So
I like it.
I like it too. And so it's giving us key insights. You know, AI can analyze your genetic data. And you know, Jason, every time I get my results, my blood results or my CT scan results, I do run it through and say, you know, I was diagnosed in June 2021 with rectal cancer. Here's what my statistics have been. Please analyze my results and give me 3 questions to ask my oncologist when I meet him on Friday. And I have found really good results from that. But I am curious to see how we could be using AI and the tool that you showed that you bought into a few months ago. These types of things I think are really going to allow patients to take advantage of their health. So this is kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like, we can talk about some of the benefits here versus, right? Obviously, most people out here are going to be using some existing version of ChatGPT through OpenAI or Google's Gemini. I think the big kicker here, kind of alluding back to, those price drops in stocks and kind of the disruption, is that this is actually open source, right? This is not, we were kind of sold OpenAI as, even the name's OpenAI, but it's really not. It's kind of closed, and they're doing their own thing privately, essentially. So yeah, I think the API, right? The price points to get in here and run these are, I think, 14 cents for a million tokens or so. So it's 750,000 words. Which is wild, you know what I mean? And it should be that way, though. If you think about it, it's like the whole point of this explosion of the technology and the advancements in technology is that we should be able to access and use them faster, more efficiently, right?
Yes.
So this could be big. I mean, even let's talk about conversation around, the Stargate project. You got $500 billion in data centers that are, kind of earmarked out there, or at least that's, supposed to be, jazzing up an entire economy / industry out there. And, is it really necessary as these advancements start to come into play? We'll see. It's pretty interesting.
It is really interesting. I think as we start to explore how AI is developing itself, and we do think about that user adoption curve, and I love that Deepseek mentioned adoption in every prompt I gave it. Being an early adopter can set you apart. We're now in this moment where it almost feels like we're running through that bell curve faster than we have with any technology before. So we've gone past the innovators, the early adopters. We're in the majority stage, but this shows us, I think, that new technology can still come in and be better than what we've seen, what we've known just in the past, months or year, which is kind of cool.
Yes, absolutely. And the other point here too is that this is absolutely free, right? So we can go here, you're paying $20, I think, for the plus version of ChatGPT. The premium's $200 a month, right? If you want access to those, which is, I think, a little bit of a high price point for people to enter. You can access this for free. Even the free version of Gemini, when you look at some of the model comparisons, is much better than some of those premium or plus plans out there for other models.
Totally agreed. One of the things that I love doing, and I know you do this too, is I like to take the exact same prompt and put it across different tools. I like to ask ChatGPT and Gemini, and everybody knows I love the Snapchat AI, which I renamed my
Shannon, can we do a twofer here and maybe pull up something else that's free that I came across too? Then, if we just brought that up.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Okay. It's let's see. Let me see if I'll share my screen here. But it's so funny that you mentioned that, because having those comparisons, right? You may be switching through tabs or browsers and trying to see which one might have the better version. And there is a tool called Chat Hub, which allows you to do just that with these window panes, and you can enter the same prompt. You would have to add this to Chrome, where you can get started for free. I won't go so far. Maybe we do a show on this soon, obviously. But chathub.gg, which is a unique domain there that I have not heard yet. All in one, unlock the multiple powers of AI, so you can check Claude, GPT, Gemini, and more just at once. I mean, let's take it first, see if we can get in here.
Wow. I am already obsessed with this. I love this.
I'll do a quick login here. Get 1 million emails.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Well, here we go for pricing then. If you want to do unlimited or the pro, you're looking at $24.99, $14.99. So still fairly reasonable here. Let's just skip that. And then we can pull a prompt here. What should we prompt?
Let's ask it for a joke, Jason. I think we're getting to the point in our show where we need to end with a laugh. So
okay,
create a joke for us.
While
you're typing that in, I see that we've got a couple of live viewers. So hello to everybody that wakes up as early as we do, and I hope that you have a less froggy voice. than Jason and I did this morning. We tried to give ourselves some some clarity in our voices, but it is just not happening, Jason. I think this is middle age.
Let's see if we can get a funny joke about froggy voices in the morning.
Love it.
Anyway, so right now we've got GPT-4o, Claude 3.5, and Claude's getting in here with froggy over here.
I feel triggered. That is even the same coffee mug I'm drinking out of at this moment.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. So GPT says, why did the froggy musician get kicked out of the band in the morning? Because every time he tried to sing, he croaked.
Wow.
So, little punny there. And then we got the image from Claude. Why was the Frog's morning radio show canceled? Because all his croaking headlines were too repetitive. bonus punchline. And his voice was a little too Kermited to early morning broadcasts.
Wow.
So, that's riveted was actually pretty good. I like that one. So, and it looks like you can come over here on the left-hand side rather, and kind of select your other, platforms, models, filter through those all in one. I'm assuming that you can, if you bump up to the upgrade, you're probably going to be able to get 4 or 5. Oh, actually, you can see down here. Oh, here we go. So it looks like to get 6, you're going to have to upgrade. Maybe, or even more, but this is good. Deepseek's in here. So
well, that was fast.
Pretty relevant. Yep. Yeah. Super cool. So, yeah, just an extra added bonus there. I mean, pretty neat. I think we've got so many options there. It's like, you got the froggy mug. That's great.
Cheers, frogs. Oh my gosh. Well, this is great, Jason. I cannot wait to use Deepseek. I am so pumped to, continue to try it out and explore the types of things that it can help do and refine. And I am especially excited to see its reduction in carbon footprint, how it's been able to position itself using less money, less resources. I think we're starting to see the future develop right in front of us.
Very interesting. Very cool. Awesome, Shannon. All right. We'll close out on that note and look forward to doing this again next week with you.
I can't wait. Have a great Tuesday.
Right. Smiles for the camera.